All right, we're back. Orative stage. I have Chris Judd with me here at the Orative stage. Hi, Chris.
Hello.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Why don't you introduce yourself? Tell us a little bit about you.
Sure. So I'm Chris Judd, and I'm the CTO and a partner at Manifest Solutions. We're just a mid-sized consulting company out of Columbus, Ohio. And I've been doing Java for about 22 years. And I also do mobile development. So I like to tell people that by day I'm a mild-mannered enterprise Java developer, but by night I'm a crime-fighting mobile developer.
You've seen it all.
Yes. And I've also led the Central Ohio Java Users Group, or CodeJug, for 16 years now.
Wow, that's impressive. Yeah, I was fortunate enough to visit you at your Jug just earlier this year. First time to Ohio.
Yeah, we're happy to have you. Yeah.
Yeah, so that was fun. So you're here at Oradev, first time?
This is my first time.
All right. And what are you talking about here at Oradev?
So yesterday I did a full day tutorial on the Amazon cloud and specifically some Java application, and we went through a deployment process both to EC2 and to Elastic Beanstalk. And then tomorrow I'm speaking about Java Web Security.
Cool. Java Web Security. So you can catch that session tomorrow at what time?
1:20.
Okay. Cool. That'll be fun to watch. And some of the more interesting things also are kind of happening around the conference. We have some really cool keynotes that I've been enjoying today. And we had a lovely dinner last night.
Yep.
And I heard that yesterday there was another excursion that I missed out on. So maybe you can share with the folks here your experience with the sauna and excursion that you enjoyed as part of the speaker excursions.
Yeah, so I've been really amazed at how beautiful that Malmo is and how proud people are of Malmo and the Swedish traditions and heritage. And one of those things we got to participate in was the speakers went out to a sauna, and we started off the event by having some fish sandwich, and then we had some schnapps, and then we got undressed and we went into a sauna.
All right.
And we stayed in the hot sauna till we couldn't stand the heat anymore. Mm-hmm. And then we walked outside and we actually got into the sea, and it was very, very cold. Yeah.
I think that's an understatement.
Yeah,
I mean, I wasn't there, but I'm from California, and I don't even go in the Pacific Ocean.
Yeah, I felt ice on my feet. Yeah, it really woke you up. So if you had any type of jet lag or anything, it was gone.
Right. It was snowing yesterday.
Right, yep. Yeah.
And you're in the ocean.
And we were in the ocean.
That's impressive. I do go into the Pacific Ocean if I'm in the southern part of California, but in the northern part of California, I don't even venture into the ocean. So that's like a traditional Swedish custom.
It is, yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, some of the natives, we heard them talking about going with their families the weekend before. So yeah, they do it all year round and frequently.
Oh, that's pretty cool about Oradev, that they give you a little bit of the culture, right, and the traditions. I enjoyed.
And last night we got to see the dancing as well, and we got to participate in the crawfish, and so yeah, it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, cool. So what have you thought of the conference so far here in the space? It's obviously a really cool space. Rustic, the exposed pipes and the brick and
it's a great
people.
It's a great space. I like all the cushions out there that people can sit on. I'm amazed at how many people are here. I was expecting maybe 200 to 500, and having over 1,000 is really fun.
It is fun. I've enjoyed the conference. A little bit different for me. I'm used to going to pure Java conferences, so here we have a nice mix. So I've had an opportunity to meet some people that I don't usually have the opportunity to talk with and hear from what they're speaking about and learn some new things. So I've definitely enjoyed that.
Is this your first Oradev?
My first Oradev. I've been to Sweden many times. I've never made it to Oradev, so I'm really excited to be here and experience it. And I'm looking at other new conferences I can go to. I was going to ask you about your conference that I just learned of last night. I wasn't aware you organized a conference in January. Is it Code Mash?
Yeah, so the user groups in Central Ohio and all throughout Ohio, as well as the ones in Michigan, realized that we didn't have any great Midwest conferences. And so we got together 11 years ago, and we started this small conference called Code Mash, and it's grown over the 11 years. To last year we had 2,500 attendees. And what's unique about this conference is not only does it bring together a lot of technologies like here at Oradev, but it also is held at a water park, the Kalahari Water Park. and that gives it a really family-friendly feel. A lot of people bring their families, and we have an associated kids conference with it called Kids Mash.
Oh.
And it's just a great event. We have 2 days of what we call pre-compilers, which are the workshops, and then 2 regular days as well.
Okay. And so what kind of topics are you discussing there? Is it pure Java or other technologies as well?
It's a combination of Java, JavaScript, .NET, Ruby, architecture talks, soft skills talks, just a wide variety of development-oriented topics.
Okay. So Call for Papers is open,
Call for papers ended already.
is ended.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the conference is in January from the 7th to the 10th. So we're actually finishing up, wrapping up all the final details for this one.
Cool.
Yeah.
And so is this something that you do as part of your user group, or is this something in addition to your user group?
This is in addition to the user group.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. What's going on with your user group? I really did enjoy visiting you in Columbus. You were kind of unique in that you had 2 meetings, a lunchtime meeting and an evening meeting. So I had an opportunity to interact with quite a few developers in your area and learn about some of the things they're working on. What's new with you in your user group community? What are some of the things that your members are interested in?
So yesterday we had a meeting, and the meetings were both about serverless architecture and deploying to specifically Lambda and the gateway services of Amazon, but the ideas and concepts could be applied to any of the other serverless architectures as well.
Okay. And then when we talked about JCP related things and whether or not maybe you thought you might do some of the hands-on activities, have you discussed that at all since we were there, like getting into testing for JDK 9, looking at some of the early access builds or doing any of those kind of things?
So at this point we haven't. We've
Yeah.
usually on the JCP front allowed the individuals that were interested to kind of lead up those efforts, and nobody's stepped up at this point.
Okay. Well, we gave them the information, and it's always good to touch base and see what's coming next. So at this point, you're just happy with doing kind of talks and then networking, which I found really valuable with your folks there, as they were very warm and welcoming and discussing with each other both before and after the speaker part of the meeting. So I really enjoyed that. You're kind of, I guess, being born in California, I'd never been in the Midwest before. I'd been on both of the coasts, but never really true in the Midwest there. And I guess there's kind of the perception of the Midwestern hospitality, right? So I felt like I was very welcomed. Someone even gave me a ride back to the city downtown so I could visit the art museum there. Someone that was just attending the meeting offered to give me a ride. So
Yeah, that's great to
That's
hear.
cool.
I'm glad that
Yeah.
you got to share that Midwest feeling.
yes. Yeah, that was fun. So, well, it's fun to see you again
It's good
here
to
in
see you too.
Sweden, of all places. So nice to see you again here, and
Yeah.
thanks for sharing some of the things that you've been up to and the experience, particularly with the sauna. I enjoyed hearing about that. I'll have to come back another year to be able to experience it myself.
You should. It's a great experience.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks. Enjoy the rest of the
Thanks for having me.
conference. Okay.